Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am currently in the process of packing for a vacation, and I thought I would show you guys my makeup essentials when traveling. Before we get started, I want to let you guys know what my skin type is and the reason why I pack certain things. I do have extremely oily skin, so I have to pack mattifying things. I'm going to California, so it's extremely hot. It's the middle of summer, and I need things that are going to control the oils on my face as much as possible when I am going to apply makeup. So with that being said, now that you guys know a little bit about my skin type, I am going to get started with the first essential things, which I'm going to start off with prepping and priming the skin. The first product that I absolutely love and can't go anywhere without is moisturizer, and this is for everyone, oily skin or not. And my favorite one currently, and for a long time has been my favorite, is the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Gel, and this one is specifically for oily skin. They do have one for dry skin as well. I find that this moisturizer helps a lot with my oily skin because it is gel, so it's water-based. It moisturizes the skin and keeps it hydrated, but it also controls oiliness at the same time, so that's why I love this moisturizer. Next, for primer, I like to pick something that is both mattifying as well as pore filling. I have a lot of large pores here in this area. For that, I have the Benefit Porefessional. I know this is everybody's favorite. So many people love this. There are others on the market, but this one is currently my favorite, what I've been using mostly. To prime the eyes, my favorite primer is the NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base, which is also really good for oily skin or oily eyelids, and this is absolutely my favorite. I have never used anything else, so if there are any other eyelid primers that are good for oily skin, please let me know. Next is foundation. My current favorite and what I've been using for a really long time now. This is also a Clinique product. It's the Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. I'm in the shade 6.5 Buttermilk. This foundation is so great. I love it. It looks so natural. It's so full coverage. You can sheer it out and use the tiniest amount of it, or you can use it as a full coverage foundation, and it is so perfect for all skin types. It's got a really nice satin finish, which I can just top off with a powder if I need to set it. So that's why I love this foundation so much for even an everyday basis type of foundation. It's just a perfect foundation for everybody, and their shade range is amazing. And obviously to set that, I will usually use on really hot days or days that I want to make sure that I stay matte, I'll use the Morphe banana powder, and it's just a loose banana powder, and I find that this helps really well, either just a light wash of it over the foundation, or if I pack it on kind of like baking on my face where I get really oily, I find that this helps really well with controlling the oils. Now I also like to take with me a powder foundation for days that I want to do a lighter look and not use a liquid foundation. My favorite powder foundation, and this has been my favorite powder foundation for a long time, I take it with me every time I travel, is the MAC Studio Fix powder, and I'm in the shade NC25. This powder I love because I can wear it on its own, or I can wear it on top of other foundations lightly, like liquid foundations, to set them, and it gives a really nice look, and it also gives a pretty good full coverage if you want to add a little coverage to your liquid foundation. For concealer, this won't be a surprise to anybody, Tarte Shape Tape. You just can't go wrong with this concealer. It's perfect. It is natural looking, it is full coverage, it's just perfect, and I am in light medium. And then to set that, because like I said, I have oily skin, I have to set everything on my face, I'll use the Studio Fix powder in NC15, and this is really good also because it gives a little bit of coverage. I don't use a lot, but I do need to set my under eye concealer. Next for bronzer, also not going to be a surprise. This is everyone's favorite. It is Hoola by Benefit. I hit pan on this a long time ago. I'm going to need a new one soon. But this is the perfect shade almost for absolutely anyone, unless you have a really deep skin tone, then it might not work so well. But this is such a perfect bronzer slash, for me, I can actually use this as a contour shade, and so that's all I take with me when I travel. It is absolutely perfect. My favorite blush, and forever has been my favorite blush, is MAC Melba. It is just the perfect kind of peachy pink shade, and it just looks so good on almost every single skin tone. It looks really natural, kind of just like a flush of color, and it is so perfect. I love it. Now for highlight, it was really hard to decide which one I wanted to take. Highlights are so in right now and popular, and I decided to go with the Smashbox Spotlight palette in Pearl, the collab that Casey Holmes did with Smashbox. The reason I decided on this one is because I get a little bit of variety with it. This shade is so pretty by itself, just a really nice natural highlight. This shade in the middle gives you just a little bit more. I love to mix the first two shades here together when I want just a little bit more than a natural highlight. And then the last one is so pretty, and it's got a lot more sparkle in it. And then if you mix them all together or mix two of them, they give you a different look too. So I like this because it gives me variety, and it's perfect for travel so that you have different things to choose from. Now for eyes, I always take at least one eyeshadow palette, sometimes more, but this time around I'm only taking one, and it is the Violet Voss Pro eyeshadow palette. It's the Holy Grail palette, which has a bunch of warm tones, gold tones, red tones, orange tones. Like, it is such a pretty palette, and this has been one of my favorite palettes to use lately. I absolutely love it. It has everything you need. It doesn't have a black, but I don't mind. It's summertime and I don't really gravitate towards black too much anyways, but it's got your, eyebrow highlight shade. It's got a few transitions. It's got this pretty nice matte orange and then a whole bunch of pretty shimmers. And I love using these red and orange tones in the summer. So this is the perfect palette for me to travel with. And for eyeliner, you can never go wrong. This is my favorite eyeliner. It is the Ink Liner by Kat Von D. This is the felt tip. I don't really like the brush tip one, but this is my absolute favorite eyeliner. It's perfect to make a wing, to just line the lid, whatever you want to do with it. Mascara, my current favorite, and I haven't heard too many people talk about this on YouTube, which surprises me because it's hard for me to find a really good mascara that I like for my lashes. I don't have a lot of lashes, so this mascara I find that is really good for my lashes. Even after I curl them, usually they fall, unless I'm using a waterproof mascara, but this one is really good, and it's not waterproof. It washes off. It doesn't take forever to clean off your face, and it is the Superhero by It Cosmetics. It gives you length, it gives you volume, it gives you everything. I just love this mascara. It's so good. Now for brows, my favorite eyebrow pencil, and the reason I take a pencil is just because it's so quick and so easy for me to use, and this is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and I use it in the shade Ash Brown. It has a spoolie on it, so you don't have to worry about taking an extra spoolie with you, and it is perfect. And I love to match it with their NYX Tinted Brow Mascara, and this is in the shade Brunette. My eyebrows are kind of crazy. They don't flatten out, so I have to set them with a brow gel as well, and this is my favorite brow gel. And for lips, finally, I tend to go overboard with lips, but I'm trying to control myself. I take usually a neutral and then something brighter. So for the neutral shade, I have the Kat Von D shade in Ludwig. It's a pretty nude. It's a little bit dark, but I just love the way it looks on my lips. It's almost the same shade as, well, I have lipstick on now, but it's almost the same shade as my natural lip color if it had more of a brown undertone. And then I love to pair that with MAC's Oak lip liner. if I want it to have a little bit of a deeper shade to it. MAC just kind of defines it a little bit and not blend into the rest of my skin, so I love that combo. If I ever want to put a gloss on top, if I don't want a matte lip, I'll take a gloss. This is from MAC. It's just like honey. This was from the Mariah collection, but it's just a neutral nude gloss with some shimmer in it. And then I have a sort of different neutral. This has been one of my favorite shades to wear during the spring and summer. It is the Kat Von D Double Dare shade. It's such a pretty, just like kind of pinky, kind of mauve-y. Once it's on, it gets a little bit darker than this. It is so pretty, and I love this shade. It goes with absolutely everything. I just love pairing this shade specifically with the Violet Voss palette. Any look you make from the Violet Voss palette looks great with this lip. It is so pretty. And then I also take a bright shade. For this time around, I'm going to take kind of a deeper red, but it's a little bit bright. This is from the Selena collection from MAC. It's the Como la Flor color, and it's just a deep red. And I use the lip liner from Italia in Apple Red. This is a Mexican brand, but you can buy it on Amazon. It comes in like variety packs. They're super cheap and they're such good quality, and I love these lip liners. And then lastly, for the face, you can't go wrong with a setting spray. Since I have oily skin, my favorite setting spray is from Scandinavia, and it's the makeup finishing spray in the oil control. This is my absolute favorite setting spray for oily skin. If you have oily skin, I highly recommend this setting spray. I know there are others on the market, but this is my favorite. I know Urban Decay has a really good setting spray for oily skin, but if you look on their bottle, they actually paired up with Scandinavia to make that setting spray for oily skin. So that's where I found out about this brand, and I prefer this one over the Urban Decay one. And that is all. I know this may seem a little bit excessive maybe to some people. However, I am a makeup lover. This is my essential for traveling. I need to have as much as I can take without being excessive. To me, this is perfect. But for me, with the problematic skin that I have, with it being oily, excessively oily, with it being acne prone, large pores, I have scarring. Some days I feel like I need a little more coverage, and a lot of times when you go on vacation, your skin will flare up if you have problematic skin with traveling, different temperatures, different climates. Your skin really reacts to different things. So for me, this is what I need in order to control the differences that my skin may experience while traveling. And this is just my bunch of favorites for the moment, as well as what I'm about to travel with. I'm going to California. I'm so excited. I finally get to go to Harry Potter World for the first time. I'm a little bit of a nerd and I love Harry Potter, but it's going to be so exciting. We're going to celebrate my dad's birthday and see a bunch of family, and I can't wait. I'm super excited. And this wraps up my video. This was my travel essentials. And let me know below what you guys love to travel with. Everybody has different skin types. Everybody feels they have to take different things. So let me know down below what you guys love to take when you travel, what your absolute must-haves are. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.